get to all the action.
As Dustin makes his way to the ring. Well, Terrence, I see you have your candelabra and your little lace deal out again this week.
What's out here? Calm down here. This is here. This is class.
Do you have to wear these ridiculous outfits every week?
Ridiculous? What do you mean ridiculous? I happen to think this is beautiful. I have these designed, I'll have you know.
The problem is not with your set. That's just Terrence Garvin.
That shades of daddy right there, that little razzmatazz or whatever. He's setting him up for something, Mark. He's beyond to the crowd. It's a reversal, the dog of war reversal. He kicked right in the shoulder for his problems.
Into the ropes goes the dog of war, the throw, the return, and Dustin turns him over. And wait a minute, here's a pin in the ring, but Gorgeous Gary Young is coming down the aisle. Gorgeous Gary was very angry at the announcement that Dustin Rhodes was going to be here on a recent television taping. And now Gorgeous Gary's coming down the aisle. And Akbar seems to be trying to calm him down.
Mark, that was a beautiful belly-to-belly he finished the dog of war off with, but look at Gary. Gary's pretty hot. I believe there's something brewing here that's taken place a few years ago or something between these guys, you know? I mean, surely you wouldn't be just mad at him over nothing. I mean, look at Gary. He's fuming.
He is fuming, and Akbar is trying to reason with him, trying to back him off. And Gorgeous Gary is wanting a piece of Dustin Rhodes in the ring. We seem to surmise on a recent interview that Gary Young had some problems with Dusty Rhodes, and therefore Dustin represents a big problem to Gary. Akbar literally has to push him back.
A lot of people have had problems with Dusty Rhodes, but I think Dustin Rhodes is going to have a problem with Gorgeous Gary, and that's one man I don't think I'd want mad at me. Gorgeous Gary, you know, I've not seen him like this. He's a pretty gentle man by nature.
Akbar having to physically back Gorgeous Gary Young away with his hands and his shoulders.
I'm not even on the calendar. I'm mad that I'm not on the USWA calendar, Mark.
Well, they wanted it to sell.
No, I should have been on the cover then instead of that Tony Adams. Her body's on there, she looks half naked. That's disgusting.
The Mask Eliminator is the opponent here for Dustin Rhodes. As big, I don't know how tall Dustin is, but he must be at least 6'6".
Looks like he's going to be that wide someday. You know, he's working on a fine little belly there for himself, Mark.
And the bell rings. Look out, here comes the Mask Eliminator in from behind.
That girl better watch out.
Dustin Rhodes is surprised here by this unknown individual, the Mask Eliminator, and Dustin Rhodes is in the corner, and Tony Falk, the referee, wants them out. Madness here after that last mess was over. Finally, we got order restored, and Uncle Elvin Cousin Jr. won on a disqualification, as now Dustin Rhodes takes over.
You know, Mark, Dustin hasn't had much competition so far here. He's breezed through quite a few matches, but I'm looking forward to Gorgeous Gary Young getting a hold of this guy and teaching this young punk a lesson.
Dustin now with confidence on the Mask Eliminator as he picks him up and throws him into the rope. On the rebound, it's a drop kick and the big man can get up in the air. And look out, here comes Gorgeous Gary again, Akbar behind him.
Uh-oh, we may see a confrontation right here and right now. You know, last Saturday, there's a belly-to-belly, this match is over. Last Saturday, we almost had a confrontation right here in the ring, Mark.
Gary Young has been unable to control himself here, and Dustin Rhodes has been trying to be patient about this and wait until the match is signed. But I think Dustin has had enough of these interruptions, and he's saying, come on, get in here right now, big shot.
Hey, look, Mark, you know, Gary wants in here, and Akbar's holding him back. You know, this may not be the time yet. Dustin, he was smart the other day. He didn't get in the ring. There were some other devastation guys down here. He knew that if he got in that ring, he might have to face more than just Gorgeous Gary. But Gorgeous Gary, I think, can handle him, and Gary's ready. So is Dustin. It looks like Akbar's the one that's holding him back.
Well, this could be another setup by Akbar. Right now, Akbar prevailing on Gorgeous Gary to stay out of the ring. Dustin is saying, hey, I'm ready right here, right now.
Well, maybe Akbar, it's not on his terms right now. Maybe he's planning, or maybe he's got a little strategy that he doesn't want Gary in that ring. Gary wants to get in there. It's obvious, and Dustin wants him. These guys are ready to fight each other.
Evidently, this goes back to Dusty. This is Gorgeous Gary some long time ago. There's no reason for Gary to be throwing these temper tantrums.
Sure, there's a reason. I think he could take this Dustin Rhodes, and I think Gary knows he can take him. Don't hold him back, Akbar. Let him go. What the heck? Let him go.
Fans are ready to see it. Dustin Rhodes ready to see it.
Sure, the fans are ready to see it. This is a main event in any house in the country, Mark.
I think Akbar is going to successfully prevail upon Gorgeous Gary and prevent this from happening.
Here we go. Gary's up there and he's ready. I don't think Akbar's going to hold him back. I don't think he can hold him back.
We're going to throw a break right here, and I'd like you to stay tuned to Kevin Von Erich versus Sheik Braddock, because I don't think that Akbar is going to let Gorgeous Gary get in the ring. And what Akbar says, the devastation people do.
I'll say this, Dustin's ready. Look at him. He's ready to go.
We'll be back.
Up next, great tag team action as Rhodes and Jack Funk face off with P.Y. Chewy and Buddy Landell.
So far, Dustin Rhodes started out, he was really hot. He looked great, but Buddy Landell's got it turned around. P.Y. and Buddy have Dustin down on the mat and have him pretty much where they want him. Mark,
hey.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, you go ahead with what you were going to say.
I was going to say I'm really excited about this tag team tournament, Mark. You know, this is the tournament, the belts have been vacant for what, a month now? Before we leave here, we should have a winner, right? Is that the way it goes?
I think so. Fans will get to see the concluding action next week here on USWA television. Tag is made for the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell, and he delivers a big right shot to the rib cage. A big Dustin Rhodes, a lot of size in the ring in this bout.
Oh, it's Buddy Landell. I'll tell you right now, Mark, I'm impressed with Buddy Landell. I like Buddy Landell. I think he's a good-looking wrestler. He's got a great physique. He's got that confidence. Jimmy Jack Funk's got him right now, and he's going to give him a reverse spine driver.
Billy Joe Thomas and Gorgeous Gary Young in the first round match later against Eric Whitney and Chris Adams. But boy, if the young Travis Jr. to advance against a Dustin Rhodes Funk team, should they win this bout, we might really see some wild action, because Gorgeous Gary has been out to get Dustin Rhodes for some time, evidently due to a problem with Dusty Rhodes way back down the road.
You keep saying that, Mark. Do you know that for a fact? Do you really know that Gorgeous Gary had a problem with Dusty Rhodes?
I'm not going to waste time justifying that. These fans have been aware of what's been going on as Jimmy Jack goes out to the floor and P.Y. waits in the ring.
Kevin's not here. I told you, didn't I, Mark? Didn't I tell you that Kevin or Gary one wouldn't show up? I said it 2 weeks ago right here on TV. I knew it. I knew it. There's a problem between them. I knew it.
As I say, Kerry will explain this. There is no problem. We'll have that after the matches. Here's a pin for only two in the ring before the Nature Boy continues on Jimmy Jack Funk. Tag now for Big P.Y. Chuha.
We'll explain it. One of them missed a plane or something. I told you. The Texas connection doesn't look too good right now, Mark. Jimmy Jack Funk's been taking a beat with Buddy Landell. He needs to make a tag bad.
And the pin, 1, 2, and Dustin Rhodes helps solve that little dilemma.
Hey, that's not legal. Dustin Rhodes doesn't need to be coming in here and getting involved in this. He didn't get a tag. Now here's, this is not fair. That's twice.
Hey, here's Gorgeous Gary Young.
Oh, yeah, get him, Gary.
Gorgeous Gary Young has come charging into the ring, not even in this match. A pile driver on Dustin Rhodes as their feud continues, and I think Landell is about half mad. You can't blame him.
Oh, that was a pile driver, all right. Dustin Rhodes is hurt. Come on, buddy. You got to understand, buddy, that Gary's got a problem with him.
And Gary Young has just caused Landell and P.Y. to get disqualified and be eliminated from the tag team tournament. And that's a surprise, and Gorgeous Gary going to bail out before things get worse.
Gary couldn't help it. He couldn't control himself. Dustin needed that. Oh, buddy, they just got to understand that Gary he's out of control.
It's more tag team warfare. Rhodes and Funk taking on the Tennessee Stud Stable. Here we go.
As you see, Brian Lee and Dustin Rhodes, a couple of big, tall individuals heading into this exciting bout.
Mark, you know, this Stud Stable, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. They've been around together for a long time. They're a great tag team. Funk and Rhodes, they're calling themselves the Texas Connection, but they've not been a tag team that long. They can't function like this Stud Stable. I'm picking the Stud Stable. In case you don't know, I'm picking them to win this match.
Last week, the Tennessee Stud Stable defeated Kerry Von Erich and Bill's Superstar Dundee in kind of an unusual situation, and the Rhodes Funk team defeated P.Y. and Landell when Gary Young came in to interfere and get a shot at Dustin Rhodes, so that's how these two came in.
The Stud Stable defeated Bill Dundee and Kerry Von Erich. Kerry and Kevin Von Erich, right?
Don't start that again this week, please.
Oh, Dustin's on fire. He's giving both these big 6'6" guys some hip tosses for their troubles. Now the crowd's going to get behind them. Oh, please.
Sylvia complaining to referee Bronco Novich about tight pulling, but I did not see any of that. I'm sure Terrence did, though.
Well, sure I did. I had a better angle at it than you did. If Miss Sylvia said they pulled tights, then they pulled tights.
If Miss Sylvia says you're unusual, are you unusual?
I'm a little different, Mark. I've tried to explain that to you, but if Miss Sylvia said it, it probably would be right. She is a woman of character. That's how I'm going to describe her. You know, she knows her place. She knows. The Stud, she's been with him for a long time, and he's trained her. She knows that a woman was put on the face of the earth only to bear the pain of childbirth, so a man wouldn't have to bear it. So
what?
she takes... Yes, sir. She knows that. I've had talks with her.
This is getting out of hand.
She takes care of this Tennessee Stud, as well she should. Look at it.
We don't need religious fundamentalism out here. We have enough problems as it is.
I'm just speaking the truth, Mark. I'm telling you, she knows her place. She takes care of this guy. This Brian Lee, look at him. He is a phenomenal looking athlete.
Somebody needs to call Dr. Gene Scott for you. Brian Lee angry with the crowd as he voices that complaint with him, and Big Dustin Rhodes waits patiently.
You know, Mark, I've seen this Stud Stable all over the world. In some of my travels, I've been around these guys, and I want to say this one thing. If Brian Lee gets up on this top rope, he'll jump about 10 feet up in the air and come down with a knee. If he does that, Dustin Rhodes is not going to get up from it. Jimmy Jack Funk's not going to get up from it, nor anybody else, okay?
I hope most of our fans at home don't have a mute switch on their remote control.
Yeah, every time you say something, they'd be clicking it off.
Over, and then back.
I think that Brian Lee's just toying with this Dustin Rhodes. You know, I think he's trying to give him some confidence, make him think that he's actually in this match.
You think so, huh?
I believe so, yeah.
Fans hollering here as they move back into the rope, hollering about Sylvia being close by. Here's Dustin thrown. Lead down. Sylvia had a big event in last week's match to turn the chain of events around. Dustin now all over Brian Lee, who falls back in the corner, and he'll tag.
He had Brian reeling, but Brian did the smart thing. He got the big Tennessee Stud, Robert Fuller, in there. Yes, sir. Robert Lee's proud of this Brian. Robert Fuller's proud of this young Brian Lee. You know, he's taken Brian under his wing and he's tutored him. What a great wrestler Robert Fuller's made Brian Lee.
I would say your broadcasting career is going about like your wrestling career did.
Oh, hey, wait a minute, Lance. Have you ever put on a pair of tights?
Bumble.
Have you ever put on a pair of tights? Have you ever lifted weights in the gym? Have you ever got in the ring and wrestled? I'm asking you a question.
I've told you I'm not going to argue with you. My statement's made. Brian Lee with the lock on Dustin Rhodes.
Just what I thought. Criticize me, but you never wrestled. Brian Lee's got Dustin Rhodes down right in the middle of the ring. He's got that reverse chin lock on him. Look at those arms on Brian Lee. Boy, he's a good-looking physical specimen, I'm here to tell you.
They're very unusual. Elbows, the ropes, the duck, here we come! Over the knee goes Big Dustin.
He planted a knee in Dustin Rhodes' stomach. Now, Dustin's got a lot of stomach there to plant a knee in, but I'm telling you what, that was solid. Now they got him over in the double team.
Markovic having to back Jimmy Jack Funk out, and that'll allow that double team to occur. Now it's a choke over that center rope.
Boy, are they a tag team or are they a tag? They cover all the bases.
It's another shot by Sylvia. Something's going to have to happen to get rid of her. Head jammed in the turnbuckle. Dustin wants to tag, and the stud stable just won't let it happen.
Oh, the stud. Listen to him. He's hollering at me, Mark. He's saying, tell him about the stud. What he doesn't know is I've already told him about the stud.
Something's got to be done with this Sylvia over here. She just prevents anything right from occurring.
You know, when Tony Adams comes in here and hits people with kendo sticks, you don't complain about that, do you?
Another stud stable tag, and Dustin has been in here for what seems like a week.
That's good tag team play, Mark.
Marko Lubich intently watching the action and not noticing. Here comes Lee again.
That took the breath out of Dustin. He is just about finished. I think if Lee were to pin him right now, he'd have him. Here it is. 1, 2. Oh, man. He's got him. No. Dustin's reaching down, Mark. Dustin's reaching. I'll give him that, okay? He might make the tag to the stud. Oh, yeah. We still got it under control here, but oh, no. Dustin takes Jimmy Jack.
Here comes Funk. He finally got in. He wanted it so long. Here's his chance. He's having to take care of both men.
Oh, is he hot, Mark? He's going to ram their heads together. Dustin's up. Dustin's up. Now we got all four of them into the ring. Rhodes on Brian Lee. Dustin's on Robert Fuller.
The big turnaround slam, and there's no count. Dustin does not realize Sylvia slips the stick in to Fuller, and the dirty work has been done.
Oh, man, Funk gave him that big stampede, but the stud stable was one step ahead again, Mark.
Oh, no, it's the stud stable in the final round, facing the winner of Travis and Young against Jeff and Boyd.
This 6'5", 265-pound Texan is known for his toughness inside the ring. His popular high-flying style earned him respect from fans as well as peers when first starting out. Booker T, however, soon felt that rule-breaking was an easier road to fame and fortune. As one half of Harlem Heat, Booker T, along with his brother Stevie Ray, were multi-time World Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Booker T is also a 5-time World Heavyweight Champion. These days, Booker T continues to find success in the World Wrestling Federation, although his spin-a-rooney move isn't quite so popular. Booker T has also appeared in numerous television commercials and rates as his #1 goal becoming the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion.
Seat in the house for Wrestling Titans. Let's get back to the action.
His match with Dustin Rhodes, a Texas bull rope feature, and you'll notice the beautiful ring ensemble that Gorgeous Gary is wearing.
Gorgeous Gary always looks great, Mark. He must have the same designer that I have. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, we missed you last week for nearly all of the show as Jerry the King Lawler came down, but boy, things got out of hand with him interfering terribly in our main event last week.
What do you mean interfering? Jerry Lawler's no more interfering
famous Dustin Rhodes to this bull rope feature.
Dustin Rhodes may not even show up. Gorgeous Gary got him in a bull rope. That means Dustin can't run, Mark.
That's your prediction for this week?
That's my prediction.
Would you like to make a little wager on that?
Oh, so you're a betting man? Is that it?
Put your money where your mouth is.
Is that it? You're a betting man?
Sure, I'll bet you. Put a $50 bill out of it. Here comes Dustin Rhodes. With bull rope in hand.
Dustin Rhodes. Who cares about Dustin Rhodes? Nobody's interested in Dustin Rhodes with the police department, Mark.
I thought he wasn't going to be here.
He won't be here for long. Gorgeous Gary's going to take care of him. I don't think he's got enough guts to let Bronco Lubitsch tie that rope around his wrist.
Let's not forget the presence of Skandor Akbar at ringside as Bronco Lubitsch prepares to fasten the rope around the wrist of each of these two big men.
What's Dustin saying to Lubitsch?
I can't hear him any better than you can.
You know, if I didn't know Lubitsch better, I'd think he was trying to bribe Lubitsch, but I've tried to bribe Lubitsch myself. I know he's an honest man. It'll get him nowhere.
All right, Dustin is fastened into the rope with his left wrist, and the same will be done to Gorgeous Gary Young. Big bell hanging in the middle. And this jagged, raw rope can be used across the eyes, the face. Can be used as a whip. You've got that bell on there already. Here we go! And the bell rings in more ways than one.
Oh, Mark, that's no ordinary rope. Look at that thing. That thing could cut you in a million pieces if you're not careful. Dustin, he says he got this from his dad, but I can't believe his dad would have enough guts to crawl in the ring and strap it on him either.
Cowbell to the midsection. Elbow to the head.
Full body slam by Rhodes. Look at him. He's going to take that cowbell and use that bell early, Mark. That's his plan.
Here's Gorgeous Gary locked up. Drive by Rhodes.
What a kick by Gorgeous Gary. Now Gary's going to try and use that bell.
Coming up in the world last week, Terry the King Lawler. And now, the irrepressible Terry Garvin. You look great, Terry.
Thank you. Did you see what just happened? Dustin Rhodes went for a cross-body. Gorgeous Gary saw it coming, ducked, and Rhodes hit the floor.
Well, you know the big talk is something has to give between Gary Young and Dustin Rhodes. Now, give young Dustin credit. He is taking a beating, coming somewhat like a resurrection from the grave. He's coming back. But Gorgeous Gary has the veteran instinct and the killer instinct that I provide from Devastation Incorporated.
That's right, Ike. You know, one thing you said about Dustin Rhodes, he's taking a beating. Well, he was born into that. His old man's been taking a beating for 20 years.
Oh, certainly Dustin's father was king of the bull rope, but now we have a different situation. And I think he's failing miserably.
Gorgeous Gary with a shot from that bell into the rib cage.
Actually, it's only imminent that young Dustin Rhodes will fall in a bull rope match. Can you imagine what a lousy epitaph to go and tell his father, I have been beaten in a bull rope match.
I agree with that 110%. Gorgeous Gary's using that rope to his advantage. That's what this match is all about, Mark.
Great shot of the chokehold by Gorgeous Gary Young on Dustin Rhodes over there along the rope.
He may have just choked him into
And
unconsciousness.
Akbar gave a couple of shots there himself.
I didn't see that.
Back into the ring. Dustin Rhodes thrown back into a Gary Young clothesline.
That clothesline would have stopped a truck, Mark.
Akbar moving around with a great degree of arrogance.
You still want to bet $50 on this match now, Mr. Smart Man?
I would already have won. You said he wouldn't show up, but you wouldn't get your money out in time.
The Gorgeous Gary's got that cowbell. Look at that thing. geez, it's about a foot in diameter. And he's beating Dustin with it on the back. Now he's going back and he's got that cow rope around his neck.
Again, we point out the jagged nature of that coarse, rough rope. And Gorgeous Gary now has got it up around his nose and his eyes. Get him grading it around.
Boy, this match is not for the weak-hearted. If you can't stand the sight of blood, you better turn the TV off, I believe.
Gorgeous Gary continuing to make it very, very rough on Dustin Rhodes. Gorgeous Gary just won't let go. Dustin's going to have to find a way out of this predicament.
I'm telling you right now, he's been working on those eyes for the last 30 seconds. He may be blinded the rest of this match.
Again, Gorgeous Gary Young really puts Dustin in a painful position. Dustin Rhodes, in the midst of the rope lock around the face, has now been broken by Gary Young, who delivers a jab of the rope to the neck and face.
This is one of those matches. Anything goes. You can use that cowbell any way you like to use it. You want to whack it over the guy's head, that's fine. Hit him in the stomach, it don't matter. It's all legal.
Gary Young, you don't intimidate Devastation Incorporated. Make moves. Gorgeous Gary has proven to the world that he's a superstar, and he's really getting the job done on Dustin Rhodes. And mind you, a bull rope match.
Look at that, Mark. He's got him cut right over top of that eye. Right over top of that eye. He's used that rope, and he's got him opened up, Mark.
Gary Young really getting rough. There's one corner touch. If you touch four, you win. 4 consecutively. If Dustin Rhodes pulls him off his feet or gets a fight going, then you have to start all over again. 2 touch, 3 touch, 1 more, and he wins. Dustin's going to have to pull hard. Gary's got long arms.
Dustin would be smart if he'd just lay there, because he's obviously going to lose this match.
Akbar trying to help the touching effort by Gorgeous Gary Young, who's just that close. Dustin clips that leg, and boom! The elbow will cause the count to stop, and we'll have to touch all 4 consecutively again.
That was so close. He was inches away from winning this match. Boy, I wish I'd have bet you that money.
Your mind is so twisted, Terrence. The bet had nothing to do with the outcome of the bout. The bet was based on Dustin not showing up, and he did, so I win.
I bet he would. I bet he wishes he wouldn't have shown up now.
Dustin Rhodes moving very slowly as Gorgeous Gary's been in charge for 5 minutes now. Gary with a drive of that bell and rope to the midsection.
You know, I don't even know if Dustin Rhodes has ever been in a match like this before. I'm sure Gorgeous Gary has. He's been in this sport 13 years, Mark.
1 turnbuckle touch. 2 turnbuckle touch.
He's got it this time. He's got it.
There's 3 turnbuckles touched. And the 4th, will he make it?
Of course he's going to make it.
Dustin again pulling.
He's so close again.
You must touch all 4 consecutively. Dustin pulling and tugging. Gorgeous Gary Young has to start over again as Dustin wouldn't let him touch that 4th.
It's bad for Dustin. He should have just gone on and let Gary touch the thing and get it over with. There's a count. Dustin doesn't know where he is. He does not know where he is. He's gone. He was gone before he ever got in the ring. But he's really gone now.
Gorgeous Gary picks up the big Dustin, puts him down with a body slam. Grabs that bell. Grabs the rope. Tremendous shot with the bell.
It'll be a long time, I'll guarantee you that, before Dustin Rhodes asks anybody for a cowbell.
Dustin blocks one of the rights, delivers one of his own. Dustin has him high, takes him low. And Dustin is not through yet.
That's the first offense he's mounted in a while. First an atomic drop, and then a big clothesline. Now he's got that cowbell, and he's going to whip Gorgeous Gary in. Oh, what a shot to the midsection with the cowbell.
Tremendous body slam by Dustin Rhodes. And it's into the corner.
Dustin's up on the second rope. Oh, he's on the top rope. He's going to get on the top rope, Mark. I've never seen Dustin do this.
Down with the bell on Gorgeous Gary.
That's a lot of weight behind that cowbell, I'm telling you, mister.
And in the turnbuckle. Fans chanting with Dustin Rhodes as he continues to punish Gorgeous Gary Young. One corner touch. There's two.
No way, no way.
There's three. One more and Dustin wins.
Gorgeous Gary's holding him off though, Mark. There's no way Dustin's gonna win this. Not here, not now.
Dustin struggling to get to that fourth and winning turnbuckle.
What a test of strength. This is just like the old tug of war.
Dustin struggling to get to the corner. Uh-oh. Akbar has signaled for the medicine man, Chris Youngblood. Ring the bell. The match will be stopped. The match will be over. But Dustin Rhodes will be a winner on a DQ rather than the standard way. And the medicine man is in here to gang up.
What a shot he just gave Dustin to that ugly head of his with that cowbell. Oh, that Indian's gonna do a war dance on Rhodes. Did you see that foot?
Gorgeous Young drug him down with a rope while the medicine man delivered the foot, and now it's going to be Torture City.
Oh yeah, they're gonna work on that big belly of his. What's Bourne doing in here?
Matt Bourne comes down just in the nick of time to bail Dustin out of this jam. You see Matt already lined up for his football bout with P.Y. Chuhai, which is coming up. And while he checks in and while the evildoers leave, we'll take a pause and come back for more excitement.
It's Wrestling Titans with a spotlight look at Dustin Rhodes. Back to the ring we go as Rhodes and Funk take on Speedy Gonzalez and the Texas Ranger.
And Speedy Gonzalez as they follow each other down the aisle, preceded by Skandor Akbar and referee Bronco Lubitsch. Now, Gary Young was originally from Houston, Texas, and then he said that Texas was so awful that he wanted no part of it and claimed he was from Little Rock, Arkansas. Now he claims to be from Texas again and one of the original true Texans, and he is here to make a mockery of the state of Texas and its people. And this is Speedy Gonzalez that is with him, better known as Chico Cabela. Our first tag bout has the Texas Ranger Gary Young and Speedy Gonzalez against Big Dustin Rhodes and Jimmy Jack Funk. And then we've got that football bout for you that I mentioned on the open. Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger lineman, against Matt Bourne. Now hiding behind the flag is Jimmy Jack Funk, and there's Dustin Rhodes behind him. Man, they're going to hit the ring hot. Here we go. I'll tell you where Terrence is in a minute. In the meantime, Gary Young and Chico Cabela are all over Rhodes, and Funk, and not for long. It's a quick reversal. And surprise, Atomic drops up here. And Jimmy Jack still in his ensemble that he wears to the ring. And with Dustin, they're really clean house. Well, a great way to open up USWA wrestling excitement for this week. What happened there, Texas Ranger? You know, that's Jimmy Jack Funk's mask that he stole when they had a big Akbar Devastation Incorporated gang up here a few weeks ago. Bronco Lubitsch with the count. There's Gorky Park, our guest from the Soviet Union. A great diplomatic move for them to be touring the United States. An anti-drug program and a world peace program. And we're delighted to have them a part of USWA Wrestling Excitement. In Rome, do as the Romans do, and when in Dallas, do as the Dallasites do, and that's come to the wrestling bout. And we invite you to do the same wherever and whenever the USWA comes to your area. Nashville, Evansville, Memphis, Shreveport, San Antonio, and wherever USWA Wrestling Excitement may be. Dustin and Jimmy Jack going over their strategy now. The match started hot and we're ready to continue. Now in the football bout we've got coming up, the ropes will be removed from the ring. More or less be a ring and 4 posts, and the guys square up in the ring from a football stance, and when you get butted out of the ring 3 consecutive times, you become a loser very quickly. Now, I know that Skandor Akbar, the general of Devastation Incorporated, is pulling up his own microphone and his own chair over here.
Governor's suit. The Lone Ranger and Pronto could run on a ticket, and it would be a solid campaign because they've already resurrected all the dead people and all the doldrums here in Texas, and they're bringing back the Lone Star State. Can you imagine that? I got so excited, I dropped my cigar because I've read that fan mail that he's getting, and I can't believe it. Now, Mark, you can't say that Roger Scary, the Lone Ranger is not on the right track, and I love each and every moment of it, Mark.
Skandor Akbar with news about the gubernatorial race, but I don't think that Gary Young is much of a threat to the state capitol in Austin. Chico Cabela, better known here as Speedy Gonzalez, is the legal man on Jimmy Jack Funk. Now Terrence Garvin, who is absent, at least thus far, from television this week, is supposedly making a comeback into the wild world of professional wrestling as a wrestler. He and Akbar have had some dealings. So, at least for the time being, he's not here. Jimmy Jack Funk with the armbar. Funk down with an knee on Chico Cabela. And Gary Young is protesting, and Dustin Rhodes is going to take advantage. Look at this, the referee has got his back turned to it by the interference by Gary Young, and he heard a hand clap together as a decoy by Funk and thought they tagged. And that doesn't bother the crowd a bit. Yes, the Sportatorium, a buzzing place with Gorky Park here. All of the news media outlets are on hand, all the major networks. And of course, USWA bring you this as an exclusive that the wrestling world can just cover. Dustin Rhodes straddling the body and barring the arm. You'll love our Texas heavyweight title main event coming up later. Kerry Von Erich, the Modern Day Warrior, will have special motivation with Gorky Park here as he goes against this awesome Soul Taker. It'll be some of you folks' first opportunity at seeing the Soul Taker here on World Television. Look at Jimmy Jack, the upside down shoulder breaker. He pins him only for 2. And Speedy Gonzalez, Chico Cabela kicks out. Terrence Garvin supposedly making a comeback to the squared circle and therefore is absent from the television mic for this week. Gary Young on the iron. Gary Young using Texas to make fun of and to gain attention off of. Fans of Texas not at all humored or pleased by this. I find it unnecessary and very degrading, as again Funk is going to try to get his mask back, and Gary Young is forced to roll to the apron and then all the way out to the floor. Mask still intact, and Chico Cabello making sure it is still there. And Akbar tells Gary Young something as he gets back in the ring. Gary Young very careful now with Jimmy Jack Funk. And they square off. The referee stands in the center of the ring. The arm is twisted by Gary Young. Into the corner, he wants the tag with Speedy Gonzalez. So here's Speedy Chico down with double fist. Now the arm is taken over the rope, then over the rope, and then the rope is kicked away, causing great pain to the entire arm and shoulder area. And the pin, 1, 2, and the kick out by Jimmy Jack. Speedy Gonzalez with a knee to the midsection and then to the neck, chin area. Here comes Gorgeous Gary with a drop. Young with another to the side of the face. Jack having to fight from his knees. He and Dustin had early momentum, and Gary Young and Chico have taken over. And the eyes now under the mask. Gary Young with an uppercut that knocks Funk back into the corner. Pulls him out, delivers another. Into the ropes, the throw, the rebound, elbow to the chest and chin. The tag is made for Speedy Gonzalez, Chico Cabello. You'll love our football bout coming up. The ropes removed. Chico staggers back into the ring, gets a Dustin Rhodes elbow. There's the tag, Dustin the legal man. And comes Gary. Dustin Rhodes is grabbing and leaving. And Akbar has made a signal to the back, and I'm afraid that signals Devastation Incorporated to arrive in force. Akbar signaling up the aisle. In the meantime, it's all Jimmy Jack Funk and Speedy Gonzalez in trouble. Here comes something I haven't seen before, and that's the Tennessee Stud Stable, involved in an Akbar endeavor. Robert Fuller in the turquoise tights is all over Jimmy Jack and Dustin Rhodes, and now Gary Young's back, and it's a gang-up situation. The bell is sounding, the bout is over. Funk and Rhodes, no doubt, will be winners on an outside interference DQ. But right now, we're concerned for the well-being of the winning team, thanks to the Akbar gang-up. Now, surprise! Fuller in real trouble in the corner as Dustin Rhodes gets back to his feet. Company head for the exit.
Boy, plus winner. And a run around the territory here by the superstars. He went after it. Dundee over to the corner. Dustin Rhodes coming in. Second generation wrestler. Has the makings of a superstar himself. Dustin winding up the left arm. Ruff fired into the ropes. Whoa, big high boot. Down to the mat goes Ruff. A suplex by Dustin Rhodes while Dundee was stalking Boss Winter. Boss was looking for an exit. Dundee went back to the corner. There's a tag on the superstar. 214 pounds, worth of dynamite out of Australia. Double upper arm coming off the ropes for Ruff. Referee was saying, hey, flirting with a disqualification here, Bill. Don't do it. Dundee says, okay, grabs him, picks him up, makes the tag on Dustin as he slings him into the ropes. And that elbow, Dustin drops down on him. Here's a count of 1, 2, and he got it. 3.
Dustin Rhodes battling Gary Young.
And USWA Wrestling excitement moves on with our first live bout for this week. Gorgeous Gary Young against Big Dustin Rhodes. These two have had problems that go way back, you know, with the USWA. When Dustin first came in with the organization months and months ago, it was Gorgeous Gary Young throwing tantrums on a weekly basis, evidently having had trouble with Dusty Rhodes, Dustin's father. Watch this. Young talking to Akbar, and he just got brought into the real world again unexpectedly. Fast-paced excitement. Anyway, after a long feud, Dustin Rhodes left the organization just temporarily for a world tour, including Japan and the Orient. And when he came back, these two picked up right where they left off. And you can see the kind of emotion that's in place here in this bout as the big elbow sends Gorgeous Gary Young out to the floor. In the ring to continue against Dustin Rhodes. Flamboyant Eric Embry with us in the 6-man main event later. Kerry Von Erich with us. Billy Joe Travis with us. In fact, he fights Kerry later on. Jimmy Jack Funk against the Medicine Man Chris Youngblood. So a great program. You've already seen the conclusion of that wild heavyweight title event where Jerry Lawler prevailed by hook or by crook once again. Look at Dustin and Young going at it toe-to-toe. It's Gary Young back and over. Skandor Akbar parading around.
I'll tell you, Mark, this is a feud that's far from being finished with Dustin Rhodes and Gorgeous Gary Young. Of course, Dustin's find out it wasn't as easy as he anticipated. Of course, you see, Dustin is still a newcomer to this business, second-generation wrestler that he is. But you see, it takes a lot of experience and finesse to reach the pinnacle of success in this business. And Dustin Rhodes is still on the short end. And when it's all over, you look and you can see that Gorgeous Gary Young is still the master of Dustin Rhodes.
Gorgeous Gary Young way up on the turnbuckle, and Dustin Rhodes just gave him a drop kick right in the you-know-what, and he went all the way to the floor. How do you like that? I don't think I've ever seen that before. And Gary Young's not going to get up very quickly from that. Dustin Rhodes with the lock, the chin lock on Gorgeous Gary Young. Big Dustin Rhodes from that world famous Rhodes wrestling family. On an action-packed edition of USWA Wrestling. And a big crowd on hand here at the Sportatorium in Dallas, and there's Skandor Akbar, who is also on hand. Look at Gorgeous Gary use the old noodle. He used his brain there by grabbing Dustin, who was in the more advantageous position, and then just pulled him directly down, causing this to happen. Gary Young bought him a chance to get going again. Dustin Rhodes once again. And Akbar loving everything that he sees. Big stomp. Double stomps from Gorgeous Gary. Big blow, and down goes Dustin Rhodes. A big kick, and up comes Dustin, and he staggers into the corner. And it's Gorgeous Gary Young of Devastation Incorporated in the driver's seat. Look at Gary Young go, a great talent himself. And he's showing us exactly what he can do in the ring right now. Really getting rough over there in the corner. Dustin Rhodes with a comeback of his own. Big Dustin elbow. And boy, these two big men are really getting it on. There's a throw. Down goes Gorgeous Gary Young. Young in the ropes. The return. Elbow to the top of the head, and Gary Young is really seeing stars now. Close line, and down he goes. Here's one. And the kick out. Kick by Dustin Rhodes, and it's good for 1 and 2, and a foot on the rope will save Gary Young. And Skandor Akbar parades around and getting a little restless. Dustin Rhodes thinking he won the bout. Skandor Akbar may have just slipped something to Gary Young, I'm not sure. I think Akbar did, and I think Gary Young just used it because Dustin Rhodes, while protesting, the referee dropped straight down. He got a foot on the rope. Akbar knocks it off, and Gary Young is a winner. And I think Akbar made all that possible. We'll stay with us as we do not celebrate this moment.